Good morning, Kitsus! So we're doing something a little new today. This is currently my temporary setup for YouTube. We'll be getting a different screen for my starting screen shortly, but today we're going to try something a little new. It came to my attention a little while ago that some of my kitsunes, because I'm really bad about drawing on stream because it takes me a really long time and I get really nervous about my sketches because it takes a really long time. It can take hours upon hours, and I don't like whenever I have to continuously return to a thing like 10 or so times just for you guys to see the outcome. And I kind of figured that on days where I just am not available to do stream, you might enjoy being able to go and look at a speed draw, and it actually, a lot of you guys seem to really like that. So I do have a temporary solution because I have no experience with editing videos whatsoever. So we're gonna take a gamble, a little gambit, if we will, and we're gonna try to do some speed draws today. So it's gonna have a lot of scuff because again it's something new, but that's what we're here for. We're gonna try to get our handle on this, and then we can maybe try to start making series. I think that would be really cool. So the first thing we're gonna try to do, because I fell in love with it, is Fidough from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I got a Fidough and I named her Poppy. She's a Dachshund now, and she's just my absolute baby. But she is a tank beyond compare. Like, and add into the fact that this is a minor spoiler, so you can just like skip maybe 20 or so seconds. But it's the fact that when they evolve, they get an ability that makes it where if they get hit by a fire type move, their defense goes up. Spoiler over. Hello, and it's like immune to dragon moves. It's really cool. So we're gonna head over to our art screen, and again, remember it's gonna take a little bit of scuff, so I'm really sorry about that. But let's go. And then we're gonna. Boop. So this was a bit difficult. I didn't understand what I wanted from the shape. Fido itself is really like gooey. It's supposed to be like uncooked bread. And yes, we did make it toward my mouth as it moving. I saw it a lot where people liked talking over their like PNGs whenever they were just like bouncing around. So that's what we're gonna do. But no, it's supposed to be like uncooked bread. So it's kind of like it's not supposed to have a lot of color. So like, because you can see my little like reference sheet down below. So that's the issue that I had because I wasn't just wanting to draw Fido here, which adorable pun by the way. No, I was doing a theme for my Pokemon and Scarlet run, my personal run for myself. I wanted to try to name my main team and the ones that I intended to keep after a set of like flowers. So that's why my Fido was named Poppy. And it actually worked really well because this is like but Fido but other types of pastries. So what I decided to do was I decided Poppy would be a poppy seed bread Fido. And you can see where I struggle a lot with the colors because the references that I got of different poppy seed breads, there's regular poppy seed bread and then there's lemon poppy seed bread. And at some point, I think it's actually around a little bit after this point, or maybe it's around here that I started struggling with the ears. But yeah, the ears were a struggle. I was trying to get like that nice cut shape into the buns on the ears. But no, the coloring is really bad because it's just like what happens is I try to do the lemon look, but Fido itself already has like beige and yellow because it's supposed to be like yeast. Which, by the by, it's interesting dex entry. It was valued because its breath would like ferment the yeast and make it grow. So it's a really good pastry Pokemon if you have like a little cafe, which is fantastic. Like, I love it. So it's just, it's an adorable little Pokemon. It's one of the first ones I was spoiled on, and I want it so bad. So it's just, that's what I did. Whenever it first came out and I wanted it, I went and hunted for it, and I got it. But, no, I don't think this will be the only Fidough we do. I want to do a pumpkin roll, and I want to do a donut. My roommate named his Fidough Donut, but I wanted to do a pumpkin roll version specifically later because I love pumpkin, anything pumpkin. So, now it's around here you can start seeing me struggle with my colors actually, because I wanted the bread to be a little dark, but the issue comes into play with the fact that again, it's not it's dough. It's in the name, right? Fidough. So for a while I was struggling because I really wanted to get some like color, because Fidough itself is actually doesn't have like a lot of shading, it doesn't have like a lot of colors, and I really had no idea what I was gonna do for the longest time. Truthfully, I don't know what I'm gonna do for the pumpkin roll and the donut idea. Like obviously we can just stick a donut under its neck and call it a day, but that doesn't quite like line up. Like it's not the only thing I want to do. So um, it's around here too. Whenever I was trying to figure out the yellowing, like the yellow colors for that lemon look, and you'll see very quickly I just kind of gave up on it because the color just looked all muted and wrong, and it's just like I didn't like it. There wasn't much that I changed about the overall design, really. I just like changed the pattern in the ears and I changed the colors around. Um, I like the idea of Pokemon like variants, but with food variants, I wanted to try to make it a little more subtle. So I think it's also around here that I start figuring out my colors and shading. And the interesting thing is, it gives me a very short glimpse of what I would like the shiny version to look like. It's I wanted to go back to the thing where you like the original colors, you do, but the shiny forms just have this nice like edge that makes it worth going after. So you can't decide, do I immediately want the regular form? Do I want the shiny form? Um, I love both end products in the end, but I have to say I am partial to the shiny form. It just looks more visually appealing, even though I know it's supposed to be like uncooked bread. So we can see where I'm trying to get the seeds, and it's just, I really like this because it's not just supposed to be a Poppyseed Fidough, it's supposed to be my Poppy, alright? My Poppy was a beast. She did so much carrying, and I need to draw the Houndoom that I had later, but that's where we're figuring out the shiny coloring, and I think that I actually really like what we came up with here in the end. Like, we're really, really close, actually. And, like, I put little hearts in his eyes because it's just like, it's a dumb little doughboy, and I love it. I love him, I love her so much. The little dough girl, my bad. My little dumb puppy. She's absolutely precious, and I love her. It's just, we wanted to really, she just look at her. She's just precious. This is a little dumb baby. But that said, here we see me flashing about, but here are my poppy seed my Poppyseed Fidoughs. I had to pause my imagery down there, but it's just like, I really like them. We have our regular form and our shiny form, which is absolutely me just darkening the colors and flipping the canvas, but hey, I like them, and I think they're pretty great. So we'll head back over here and thank you for tuning in today. We'll try to make a habit of doing this more in the future. For now, bye bye, Kitsus. You have a fantastic evening.